celebrating it today. So happy feast day. So, but actually today is the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. So I am happy to be invited. Salamat po Father Bruce. So I've been here. I was here last year of April 7, and I was struck because there are so many Filipinos in this church. So actually, when I celebrated the Japanese Mass in the morning, it was only 15 people who attended the Mass. And then I think it was 12:30 in the afternoon, I witnessed the numerous number of Filipinos or devotees or parishioners attending on English Mass. So I'm happy for that. And today, I think it is more than the one that I have witnessed last year, April 7. Most of you who can understand Tagalog, could you raise your hands? Who can understand Bisaya? So, they can understand Japanese. Okay. Just a few. Since most of you can understand Tagalog and most of you speaks Bisaya, naghamang kayo Bisaya dire, sa sige magtinagalog na lang ta. Kay dili man ako bitin mga half lamang, half bulano, but I was raised in Batangas. So asa putra ko gamay lang, dili na mabalibag pero mabaligya, dili na mabaligya pero but anyway, so I'd like to focus on our theme with Saint Peter and Paul. So Saint Peter and Paul. So who is Saint Peter? Who is Saint Paul? So we used to hear those names. They are prominent names in the Bible, and actually they are, or not most of them, but actually Saint Peter is one of the original 12 apostles. So, isa siya sa mga original na 12 apostoles. But how about Paul? So, he did not belong to the original 12. He was chosen later. And we try to reflect on the lives of these prominent figures in the church. First is Saint Peter. Actually, in our liturgy, if you talk about liturgy, every time that we celebrate Sunday, we call it the Lord's Day. That's why other celebration it's always takes precedence to other celebrations. Kaya kapag halimbawa may fiesta ng Santo, and it happened na it falls on a Sunday, we don't celebrate those feast day. Instead, we celebrate that of the Sunday celebration. Bakit? Sapagkat mas labaw yung Sunday celebration rather than the celebration of the Feast of the Saint. So, yun. So that is one of the rules. Pero if we try to look at our celebration today, we are celebrating the feast or the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. How come that Sunday celebration always takes precedence to any other celebration, but how come we are celebrating Saints Peter and Paul? So there is always exemption. And there are feast days or solemnities na although it falls on a Sunday, we can celebrate it as it is. And what are those celebrations? So ano ba yung alam yung celebration or fiesta na kapag natapat ng linggo, isineselebrate natin yun? January 1. So what is the celebration of January 1? Huh? Mary, Mother of God. Maria, inahan sa Diyos. Sa Binisaya pa. So yeah. So Mary, Mother of God. That's one. And then there is the second. Every March 19. So what do we have on March 19? So anong meron sa March 19? Ay nako. So it is the celebration of the solemnity of Saint Joseph. So solemnity of Saint Joseph. Pero kung minsan, since March almost during March we used to celebrate Lent, the season of Lent. But if the celebration of Saint Joseph falls on a Sunday and it is dead, we do not celebrate it. So we celebrate it the day after. So the following Monday, the next day. So, but if it falls on a Holy Week, hindi rin siya i-celebrate doon. Instead, we will celebrate it the following week on Easter. And the third celebration is the what we're celebrating today, the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. And then after that, on August, we are about to celebrate the solemnity of the Assumption. So if the Assumption falls on a Sunday, we will celebrate it as it is. And then the last is November 1. So what do we have on November 1? Huh? All Saints Day. So sigurado ba kayo? Sigurado? Sino may sabi ng Saints Day? Dito ito. Ito ba? Sabi sigurado pero ayaw tumakas. Sino may sabi ng Saints Day? Wala talaga. O sino may sabi All Souls Day? Ha? Ano ba talaga? All Saints Day o All Souls Day?
All Saints Day.
All Saints Day. O sino may sabi All Saints Day? Bakit naman? So it is the celebration of All Saints Day. So those celebrations of solemnity are exceptions. That even if it falls on a Sunday, we will celebrate it as it is. Now, we go back to our celebration of today, the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. So in our first reading, we have heard how Peter, the apostle, the leader of the 12, being guided by God's angel, by the angel of God. He was being held. And actually, there is another symbol or a figure in the Bible that is also mentioned in the first reading, and that is the name of Herod, King Herod. So, sino ba si Herodes? Who is Herod? So, there are three Herods in the Bible. First is King Herod. He was the one who would like to kill the infant Jesus. I don't know whether you remember him or not. So, but do you know I believe that you know the celebration of the Holy Innocents Day. So, ano bang Tagalog? Innocent Day. So, Holy Innocents Day. So, we celebrated it on the 26th of Stephen, 28th of December. So, natatandaan niyo, if you remember, mayroong tatlong Magi, three wise men, si Melchor, Gaspar, and Balthasar. So, the three wise men, they were looking for the newly born Jesus. And they happened to drop by Herod. And they asked Herod, where is the Messiah be born? And when Herod heard this, nagkaroon ng parang jealousy sa kanyang puso. And he would like to kill the infant Jesus. And sabi niya, so kapag kayo natagpuan na niyo siya, pag uwi niyo, dumaan kayo sa akin at sabihin niyo kung nasa saan siya. At nang sa gano'n is makapagbigay na po ng pugay sa kanya. But the intention was to kill the Messiah. Second Herod is Herod of Antipas. Herod of Antipas was the son of King Herod, and he was the one who killed John the Baptist. So magkaibang Herodes yun. So he was killed by he killed John the Baptist by beheading. And the Herod that we have in our first reading for today is not that Herod. Actually, he is the nephew of that Herod. So, pamangkin nung nagpapatay kay Juan Bautista. And actually, yung Herod na nabanggit sa ating first reading for today is, he was the one who killed the other apostle, St. James. And he would like to kill Peter also. But what was the reason? Because for him, it will delight the Jews. So, it will delight the Jews. That's why he wanted to persecute the Christians. He wanted Peter to be killed. Dahil masaya ang mga Hudyo, sasaya ang mga Hudyo, gusto niya ipapatay si San Pedro. And sometimes it happens even to all of us, among us. Sometimes, even as Christians, even as Catholics, kuminsan nagiging masaya tayo kapag nahihirapan ang ibang tao. Lalo-lalo na yung mga hindi natin gusto. Sometimes we do things in order to please other people as well. Kung matutuwa itong tao ito, why not? Gagawin ko. So that was the attitude of Herod. But let's take the attitude of Peter. The attitude of Peter, if you try to look at his life, siya ay mahina. And actually, for 3 times, he denied Jesus. Natatandaan niyo po ba yun? He denied Jesus for 3 times during the crucifixion. So during the arrest until crucifixion, that he told the people that he is not associated with Jesus. That's Peter. But the point here is, Peter, though he denied Jesus for 3 times, he also expressed his love for Jesus 3 times after the resurrection. Peter, do you love me? Go and feed my lamb. So those 3 times, 3 questions. And actually, God, Jesus, gave Peter a chance to redeem himself. And he took that opportunity to straighten, to correct himself. And actually, even us, every day na gumigising tayo sa umaga, so kayo ba yung nagdasal kanina pagising niyo? Nagpasalamat pa kayo? Sino nagpasalamat? Yung iba, hindi. Yung hindi tumas, hindi ano. So, marami sa atin forgets to give thanks kapag gising natin sa umaga. But actually, being alive, being yung magising ka sa umaga, it is one of the greatest gifts that we receive during the day. Because sometimes for some, natulog, pagising, patay na. O hindi na nagising. But indeed, tayo is nagising pa, and it is an opportunity for us to give thanks. And Peter took that opportunity. He was forgiven, and because of that forgiveness, he considered himself a slave for God. And he took that opportunity to redeem himself, and that expression of redemption, he showed it by embracing the gospel, even the cross. So si Pedro, ano ba tawag dito? Tagalog sa na-convert siya. Nagkaroon ng conversion. And he took that opportunity to correct himself. And same has to do with St. Paul. In our second reading for today, we heard the story of St. Paul. So, most of us know St. Paul. So, hindi yung binilihan ng mga religious items sa SM ng St. Paul. But he is one of the most, one of the greatest apostles that we have. So, at first, ang pangalan niya ay hindi Paulo, kundi Saul. So, ang pangalan ay Saul, and when his name was still Saul, he used to persecute Christians. Marami siyang pinatay ng mga Kristiyano. And in fact, one of his cousins, he killed one of his cousins. So, from being a persecutor, he became persecuted because of his love for the gospel. Again, on his road to Damascus,
Syria.
on his road to Damascus, he experienced conversion. He experienced conversion, and he took that opportunity to redeem himself as well. So, sa pagiging taga-usig ng mga Kristiyano, naging tagapagtanggol siya ng salita ng Diyos. And I think it is a big challenge to all of us that we too become a living witness of the gospel to all. So, hindi naman tayo kailangan magpare or magmadre para magpahayag ng salita ng Diyos. Even in your own family, even in your own workplace, you may become the symbol of God's love to all. You may become the symbol of God's words to all by living by example. Living by example. So in our gospel, it says the same thing. Jesus asked Peter, "Who do people say that I am?" Some say you are John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, and some others, one of the prophets. And Jesus says, "But you, who do you say that I am?" And Peter says, "You are Christ, the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And I think, if you will be asked by Jesus now, kung kayo itatanungin ni Jesus ngayon, sino si Jesus para sa iyo? Ano po yung isasagutin niyo? Sino si Jesus para sa iyo? Yesus sama ng otoridad, donata de shuka. Anak ng otoridad sa Yesus sama, donata de shuka. So I think it is the celebration of today. It is a good opportunity to renew ourselves, to revitalize our catechism, our faith, and know Jesus better. And so much so that we will become an instrument of God's love to all the people around us. So please all rise as